During the holidays, we find ourselves spending more time with family and catching up with friends. But why not spoil your friends and family with some seasonal desserts? I made 2 special dishes that will be perfect for any type of gathering. First, I tried a new seasonal favorite, no-bake pumpkin cheesecake. Let's take a look. But if you're needing something for Christmas or New Year's, have no fear. I also made some festive fudge. I used less than 10 ingredients to create this recipe, and it was so good, the hardest part was actually waiting. Here's how I made it. Hey, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is to grab all your ingredients. You're gonna need some heavy whipping cream. You're gonna need some sprinkles. You're also gonna need cooking spray, kosher salt, some butter, sweetened condensed milk. I grabbed semi-sweet chocolate chips, but you can grab dark chocolate or regular chocolate if you want, measuring cups, and vanilla extract. And you're going to need a non-stick pan. This is going to be the container that you pour the melted chocolate into, and it's going to rest in here. So it honestly depends on how tall and thick you want the fudge to be. So I grabbed this. Next, you're gonna need a medium saucepan. In here, you're going to mix your chocolate, your heavy whipping cream, your butter, your vanilla extract, your salt, and your sweetened condensed milk. So first, I'm gonna grab my chocolate chips. And I'm going to pour 2 3/4 cups into the saucepan. There might have been an extra chip or two in there, but it's fine. Okay. Next, I'm gonna add my sweetened condensed milk. So this is pretty sweet to me, so that's kind of why I went with the semi-sweet chocolate chips, just because I didn't want it to be like overly sweet, which I know some people are like, that's not possible. But that is one of the reasons why I decided to go with semi-sweet chocolate chips. So after the sweetened condensed milk, I need 4 tablespoons of butter, which is pretty much like half a stick. Plop. So, pour. You're also going to need 2 tablespoons of your heavy whipping cream. All right, so then we're gonna do a couple of dashes of kosher salt. It calls for 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, but I'm just going to eyeball this. That feels right. I feel that in my bones. I think that that's right. So all of the ingredients are in the saucepan, and now we're going to melt them down on medium heat. Look at it, it's so thick and chocolatey. Like, look how thick that is. Smooth. So after all of like the bumps and like lumps are gone, and it's pretty smooth, you're going to know that it's ready, and you can pour it into your pan. So remember that pan that I talked about earlier? It's time to grab it, because now you're gonna need it. Then get your cooking spray and spray like a light layer on the pan, just to make sure that the fudge doesn't stick to it. So now it's time to grab your chocolate mixture and pour it into the pan. Ooh, wow, it looks like Willy Wonka's like chocolate. I don't know if you've ever seen like the beginning of Willy Wonka, where all that like chocolate is like folding and like, ugh, it just looks so delicious and decadent. All right, so I originally had them in this pan, but I wanted them to be a little bit thicker, so I moved them to this clear one because it's just a little smaller. So like I said, I have the red, green, and white sprinkles to make it more like Christmas festive, but you can decorate it however you want, to whatever your heart's desire. I am not going to judge you on whatever sprinkles that you want. There is no method to this madness, just however many sprinkles you want on your dessert is however many you should put. I feel like there's not a lot of sprinkles coming out of this. I feel like one at a time, like. Okay, I think that will do it. So I probably use like 1/4 of this bottle of sprinkles. But now it's time to put this in the fridge and let it sit for a couple of hours. And now we wait. So now that you've waited a couple of hours, your fudge should be set and it's ready to cut. I'm cutting these into squares. And like I said, you could have put this in the fridge for a couple hours or the freezer. So I'm a corner piece kind of person. And that is a really good corner piece. But seriously, all of it is so good. It's really rich. And the sprinkles are just like a nice festive touch. So we're going to ignore that missing piece right there because I was the taste tester and I had to make sure that it was good for everyone. But now you have a simple, easy recipe to take to your gathering.